It's an elimination match. It's TNC versus Aster. We're going to jump down to the casters and get the game started.
TNC as the game goes on, but
yeah, they've got the reflection that's going to give them that aura quite a lot anyway. But
sure enough.
Yeah, the wall is on top too, just even more tough.
And it looks like already we might see the thing that's been happening more and more often nowadays is Bobica just going to head forward with this Ion Shell, trying to find Beastmaster in the trees, but no, they're able to kind of zone him out of getting into lane a little bit here. And we'll finally go for the TP. Bobica not quite in position to break that.
Just to wave out immediately under their tower and try to make them miss as many last hits as possible.
Oh, and they're actually going to switch this up. I think Aster realizing that the Beastmaster TP, that they can't dodge this one, so
yeah,
going to do some pretty good damage here onto Gabby. He's trying to switch over, but this takes a heck of a lot of time, and he is low HP afterwards. Able to force him back. Tim's on the Tiny, and so far it's looking like this lane swap has not really paid off to the most that I think Aster would have wanted, at least in the top lane here, where Darkseer only has 6 CS and a lift up going on, so simultaneous kills potentially happening. Zero drops the tree. Oh my god, sick play, and that's going to keep him alive, it looks like. Well, meanwhile, in this top lane, a good amount of damage thrown back against Ninja Boogie, and they might be able to kill him. XXS, Ninja Boogie is going to drive first.
Only 8 last hits. Let's say it's Claymore as the Beastmaster, but that's a Darkseer. Very low level. Supports are actually, like, Tiny's level 3 already.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit careful. Obviously, it's a little bit tougher finding a kill onto Bobica, and they're going to throw out the Adaptive Strike as well as that Avalanche, punching Mr. Darkseer, Ninja Boogie. We'll chase this one down as well. He's able to get a little bit of a juke there from XXS, but Gabby is still going to be able to run down this Darkseer, although he actually just walks up to the north. All right.
Tango play, just cuts the tree.
It's going to be very nice. And the smoke up here is they're going to try and look for a gank, maybe, on the same lane that they're in, and they're going to spot out Bobica a little bit in no man's land, and the Adaptive Strike, the punches, no way to take it off. The shield is going to be worn off, and with 1 or 2 more right clicks, it should be a kill for Gabby.
40 gold from his Boots of Travel, and he has max level March, so he definitely could look to set up down bottom to stop this push.
Yeah, and they actually glyphed the wave there, so that way it'd take a little bit longer for those creeps to get in, and Boogie.
Gotta watch out though, the puck is making the rotation down already.
This is a scary moment here. They're bringing in absolutely everybody, and this is a big moment for Aster. Armel's gonna start to get the marches working and still living through this as Tim is then, well, Avalanche toss and they kill off the puck. A big moment. They do manage to take down that tower, but it comes at the cost of the puck's life.
And they're gonna lose their Sven probably here.
Roar used same time as the stun. The little boars are going to get it, and one more punch from Roar claims to take you down.
Also, has gone for the Veil build first. So benefiting his Lich and his own spells, but will delay his Blink Dagger, so the initiation will be a little bit limited there for Aster.
Armel does the lift up from Ninja Boogie, the Roar as well, and they are going to be able to walk away for the moment, but with the toss and with the missiles, they stop the D-push, and actually going to pop the Metamorphosis there as well. They're just completely dominating this game with their movement, with their farming.
I mean, 6,000 gold lead and also 6,000 experience. Like, they're just distributing their resources well, and I mean, Armel being able to do the jungle thing, really not getting contested at all. He farmed so many camps and gave his supports the lanes.
Yeah.
He's going to be a big problem for this Tower Blade, Xylar, who is keeping up in the net worth, but it's just him. And we've seen quite a few times about these 4 Protect 1s. What can end up happening if it's just a Terrorblade versus the world?
And Gabby saying, come and deal with me. They throw out the stun, force him back. There is still some counter pressure going on. You talked about it, the Terrorblade and the puck. But with those 2 heroes not in the base right now, Gabby is just taking this tier 3 tower. They don't have an answer as of yet. And Lover, he does throw out the Illusory Orb. Blink away yet again, but with Tinker marching, spamming out those rockets, Aster are hard-pressed to deal with this.
We haven't seen XXS even attempt to throw out a wall or anything. When we were watching Faith Beyond, he was not afraid to just throw the wall down. If people were pushing, people were committing rush, he's just like, I don't care, wall. He's not been doing it. He's looking for the combo in the majority of these times, and they're losing their 2-3. They're going for a big wraparound, but Rags is being hit. You're going to have to be laid down.
Aster's going to have to try and break high ground here. If they go forward and are able to get the Roar to interrupt, Xylar jumps forward. There's going to be the Ava toss. The Chain Frost bouncing pretty good with the vacuum and the wall already down, but Gabby is still living through this. It looks like with Darkseer dead, but also losing the Tiny and the Beastmaster, it might be enough here. But they did just lose the Sven as well. So a trade-off of 2 for 2. But it's the tier 3 tower down.
These combos on him, because if Armel's in the back, free to cast, it's going to be really tough for this Terrorblade or Sylar, who does not have a BKB. Nor is he going for one.
Oh, God. I mean, by the same token, you feel like, okay, we need the damage to be able to win the fight, and if you don't win the fight, you need the BKB to win the fight. Sylar, oh God, Sylar, no. Avalanche, he said it, he doesn't have a BKB, they managed to find that toss, the roar, follow up, lifting up on the Darks here, trying to kill off the Sunder. It does manage to go off there in the end, and Rior immediately going to be back up to full HP. Chain Frost bouncing a little bit. Doesn't look like it's doing quite enough damage though, and now Tim's chasing forward for the Sven, while Gabby tries to just jump inside their base. And it's going to square off against Puck.
Arcane Rune Morph.
I mean, they can wait afterward if they want to for this Metamorphosis to be down.
God, he was so close to them bursting Sylar, but the Ethereal Blade, actually, him having that Ethereal form, they didn't have enough magic damage to finish it off. The Tinker wasn't there, but now look at this, just the rockets alone.
Oh my God! Over and over, the missile strikes are landing on Team Aster, and the jump forward, God Strength as well. Gabby brought down low vacuum wall. They burned through the ages. This is looking kind of decent here for Aster, finally making a move, but Gabby's going to be able to wait for him out. Now Armel jumps in a second round. He's going for the Sunder. He is able to find it on Sylar. Now the chase forward for more. Actually, this Tinker's out of mana as well, so looks like with the Rubik going down.
The BKB was finished on the Morph in that last fight, of course. We'll be going for that Scotty, but a full Hex now for Armel. No defensive items again. life of a support versus Ethereal versus Shotgun Morphling.
Out to the super duper late game, you're gonna have a fresh 10-second BKB. Yep. That might be 20 minutes after the game is over, but you know, 19,000 net worth lead, 31 minutes in. Gabby moving forward, finding Sylar.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Manta. All right. He's good. He's cool. And there it was, that Morph triggering the Lincolns.
Yeah.
On the illusion. Reflection. The rocket spam is going to be painful for Aster.
Yeah, and it's not like usually that's because of awards. You see they have the sentry down, but it's a Hawk that's there, keeping the vision constantly for those rockets.
Yeah, they dropped down the secondary wards that way.
Oh man, Tim's just throwing fireworks.
Tim's
that's Baboka now too.
Literally styling.
It's both of them. It's Baboka and Tim's.
Oh, Chinese New Year's coming early here.
Shibugi has now stun. This is a very solid steal. Anytime you can get a disable.
Tim's daring them to come any closer. Oh, in that Storm Hammer dispels?
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to dispel in this one.
When they steal Warcry, it's pretty
obvious. Toss out! They tossed it.
Oh God, that's a problem. Dead does have buyback, is maybe going to need to use it here if there's a full commitment, and Sven left it up. They're going to buy back on that Darkseer. Now Gabby very far forward. They're able to find that coil, but the BKB comes out, a double kill for Gabby. This man has been so dangerous on this Morphling. Eats the Chain Frost, back out, and they're ready to reset with the exception of the BKB. Back out, and they're ready to reset with the exception of the BKB.
They just never have to back away from this ground. Now they know meta's used from Sylar. Wait for the meta to wear off, and then we can go straight into the high ground, because all our lanes are just constantly pushing in anyway. Tim's is actually just looking for a toss back already.
God. He's a little crazy, but then again, he's also a tiny. He's so tanky, and he has that Ethereal Blade. Meanwhile, the jump forward, able to find the ward. Blow up Sylar. He's gone. Buyback comes immediately. Where's the rest of the answer there? The wall is already dropped, but the secondary wall was dropped by the Rubik afterwards, and Gabby just lays into Baboka, able to take him down. A secondary vacuum coming from Gabby because he's also the Darkseer. Now the chase forward, the triple kill. He wants blood. He wants everything. All rampage over Gabby. Give that man a rampage, and maybe another one. GG called. TNC do it.
TNC did it with an excellent fashion from start to finish of this game. It seemed like Aster had no moves. Well, they had some moves, but they couldn't find them. They tried with the Lich Sven the one time. They tried with the Puck to make the rotation fun of it. They never found any success. TNC were doing a great job of keeping their waves,